Welcome everyone to another San Diego interlude. Today tonight, whatever, we're gonna find out what happened after Briseas was put in the car by Maria or Serena, who is the same person. Yeah, so that's where we're gonna pick up. Is Briseas was just enticed by Serena to go with her.
Oh, Mija, I have such a wonderful surprise for you waiting at home. Oh, I can't wait to show you. It will be amazing.
And what kind of surprise is that?
Oh, I cannot tell you what kind of surprise it is, but I think it will truly touch you, like deep down inside. She even like reaches down and kind of caresses herself sexually as she's driving.
Briseas actually cracks a little bit of a smile. I see you have not changed.
And why would I, Mija? Changing is not going to keep me where I am or move me ahead to where I want to be along this path that I am on.
The path that you are on, are you sure it is the correct path?
Oh, Mija. And she reaches over and she digs her nails right into her thigh. Oh, I am sure it's the right path.
Briseis kind of gives a little bit of a glare to Serena.
Oh, come now. Why are you always so stick in the mud with people that are not your little pet toy?
Because I do not do well with people who don't think like me. At least I admit it.
People. And how do you think that you think? How do you think that you think? Yeah, see.
Well, right now I think that you are wrong. The Camarilla is where the future is. The Sabbat will see its end soon.
So you are giving up all chance of life and accepting death as the eternal outcome? For an immortal beast, that is a very poor choice.
And how do you figure it is accepting death?
Because if you are not standing against the antediluvians, then the antediluvians will eat you, because you will not be the wiser.
Well, most of them don't even believe that the antediluvians even exist.
See, ignorance is bliss, and they will be blissful up until that moment that the world is consumed.
I suppose.
So see, you do not think that differently than me. We may have different ways of getting there, but you still think that surviving is the important thing and being yourself. Don't you miss being yourself?
Briseas mulls that over for a moment. See, I cannot use the shadows unless given express permission from the prince. Or in my own domain, which isn't really even domain, but behind closed doors, I can use it.
See, Mija, and the tentacle rises up off the floorboard and just kind of caresses her leg while Serena continues to drive.
Briseis smiles, and she even says, I can't really even teach my child about the shadows, because then he will want to use them and he's not allowed to.
Then why stay where you are clearly not wanted?
But I am wanted. I have been pretty much hailed a hero for helping the Camarilla prevail in the city.
You are hailed a hero and held hostage. Told you cannot be yourself, that you must give up everything that is who you are. You cannot even teach your own child who he is, who he can truly be. because they fear you. They fear you spreading thoughts and ideas that are not exactly theirs.
This is true. I am given protection under Clan Toreador, but no one but the Primogen knows that I am not Toreador, I am a La Sombra.
And he probably looks down upon you, does he not?
Yes, he is not pleased having a Lissombra, two Lissombra in his midst. He does not trust us. I can tell by the way he looks at us.
You are a hero, and yet you are not trusted. You are not wanted. So again, I ask, why is that the right choice?
I guess when you put it like that, maybe it is no longer the right choice.
We do many things that we think are the right choice at the time, later to find out that they are not.
I think maybe because my pack and a lot of other packs in the city were getting increasingly monstrous. And I did not agree, and they did not agree with me wanting them to tone back, and I did not want to subject Anais to that. So I thought that the best way to go would be to join the Camarilla because they don't, at least they didn't appear to embrace the violence the way that the Sabbat do.
Oh, they have their members who embrace the violence. Trust me. Especially the gangbang. You can see that there's a look of anger spreading across her face just thinking about this. They think that they are the ones who decide. They take any right to child, to family, away from you.
I think I was just maybe trying to protect my child. I did not want to see him become a monster.
Then you leave your pack, you tell them you're leaving to form a new pack. And these are the guidelines that you are enforcing in your pack. If
But
they do not,
they would not allow that to happen. I tried. Even our Priscus would not allow me to form a pack. I had to stay with my own or join an existing one, but none of them believed the way I did. So I wanted to help the Camarilla take them down.
well, Miha, obviously you did not look well enough because here we are, a pack, a very humane pack. We will use violence when it is necessary, but you can do so much more without it. You will soon hear the sirens call, and call she will.
Can see Briseas now. She's turning and staring out the window, trying to fight back tears. She's not exactly sure what she's become. She knows that the Camarilla is really not for her, but she felt she didn't have a choice. And now that she and her child are installed in the Camarilla, she knows that if they betrayed them and rejoined the Sabbat, that they would be hunted.
I know you fear for your child, Miha. It is only natural. But if you wish, I can offer you protection. The protection from everybody. The protection that even the Camarilla will not. go against.
What, by joining your pack? By giving myself to you and the your others of your pack and taking up the baldery?
That is the general idea, yeah.
How long do you intend to hold me hostage?
How long do you wish to resist accepting who you truly are?
You know that I really could leave if I wanted. I am far more powerful than you could ever think of being.
You want to leave? I really think you will come with me though.
See, I will come with you. I will hear what you and your pack have to say.
I think my doctors would be quite, what's the word? I do not know that word. I know that word, but I cannot think of that word. Persuasive.
Is your ductus male or female?
Señorita.
Senorita. Who else is in your pack?
We have a Zenitzi. We have myself. We have our doctors who you'll be meeting shortly. We have another bruja. I have a theme for her. She is quite the something. See, and we have a Macabian. Hmm. Hmm. I believe there is also a Tremere y a Torero.
Ah, so you have quite the little following then.
See,
And what role do you play in your pack?
I am but a simple, humble priest.
Of course you are. I expect nothing less out of you, my dear Serena.
You mean my disguise has not fooled you?
No,
I do apologize for going for the steak first. That was very brash of me.
I was surprised. Usually you do not go for physical violence first. That is one thing I learned about you before I defected. I guess maybe you were eager, or maybe you were worried that I would not come with you.
I think the bruja in me was saying that it has been too long since I have been physical in that way. Maybe I will take the other bruja out and play a little less together.
See, that would be very good for both of you, I think. It
It
is
is.
important for you, Bruja, to let out your rage once in a while.
Uh, we are very good, gracias. We have done quite well for ourselves.
I am sure you have.
Actually, I think you may have met some of the pack already, but you don't know it. That's how good we are doing, Mija.
Oh, really?
And she gets off the freeway and starts pulling into the city streets leading up to their haven. See, Mija, you will meet somebody you. If you have not seen or heard of her, I would be very surprised.
Well, now that makes me most curious. Hmm.
We could play guessing games all night, but I think it would be easier to just show you. She should be there waiting.
And Briseas looks out the window as you pull up to your Pax Haven. It is actually a fairly large house with a gate that you have to punch in a code to get in. There is a ghoul there waiting to meet you to take the car. Um, he lives on the premises. Uh, and indeed, Katerina is waiting outside the front door. And she's standing there with a big smile on her face as she sees two people in this get out of this car that has just pulled up.
Come, Senorita Briseas. I would like to introduce you to my sister, Katarina Horton. Harpy.
Oops, wrong overlay. Briseas's eyes widen. Your sister, eh?
See,
You mean to tell me that this Bruja Harpy, that is so, how I say, the prince is very fond of her. And you mean to say that she is in your pack? And she is your sister? Sister in blood or sister in life or both?
a sister in blood. We share the same sire.
And I wonder how does your sire feel having both of he or she?
She. She is a very happy hurt. One child was suddenly killed in an attack on its body. Heaven. The other child moved on and became Harpy in San Diego.
See, so she is quite proud of her other child's accomplishments.
See. But yes, Katerina, this is Miss Briseas, the one we've heard so much about.
Katerina smiles wide and she sticks out her hand to Briseas. Oh, yes, we've met several times. Her club is quite the establishment. And she gives this smile that is not the warm smile that she normally gives, but it's more of a sly, cunning smile. I see that our dear Alexis did his job.
Beautifully. She was there waiting just like she was supposed to. It made me very happy.
Good. I I knew that he would be easily swayed by a beautiful woman such as yourself.
Straight women are easily swayed by my beautifulness.
That's true. You're right about that. I don't have much trouble with them myself either.
Serena walks up and caresses Katerina's cheek. We have somebody waiting to see her, though. Come. And she walks up to the door.
Yes. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Katerina gets kind of giddy and starts clapping her hands as she leads them into the door. And she actually calls out as she walks in, "She's here! She's here!"
Briseas, I think you've met as she opens the door and exposing the ductus.
Briseas steps in the door and at first she doesn't see anything, as it's very dark when she steps in. It's like all light has been snuffed out of this room, and the person that's then materializes in front of her speaks her name, and Briseas's eyes widen and her jaw drops, and she says, "It can't be." And that is where this interlude ends.